What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the new uniforms that we just got as a part of the 3.5 Ragnarok update. And god damn, guys, I know there's a lot of stuff that you guys want to talk about instead, but I want to talk about these uniforms because they're on sale right now, and a lot of you guys may be trying to decide which one you should buy. So hopefully by me sharing my opinion on the uniforms, I can kind of give you guys some direction. I'm not trying to tell you guys what you should buy. That is at the end of the day up to you, but I will give you guys my perspective and what I think about these uniforms, and then you can go ahead and make your decision on your own. So don't blame me if you buy a uniform and you don't like it, okay? All right. Now, when it comes to these uniforms, guys, I gotta say every single one of these uniforms look fan-freaking-tastic. And if you guys didn't already notice, I have Miss Hela right in front of me simply because I think her uniform looks the best out of all of them. They all look great, don't get me wrong, but I just cannot stop looking at Hela. She's just so eye-catching. Girl, you fine. Anyways, so when it comes to Hela, guys, she's actually a playable character now. Believe it or not, she's actually going to be a playable character now, finally. Now, as you guys can see right here, she's the cheapest out of all of the uniforms that we got from the update. So if you don't have the crystals, she is pretty good, so you should definitely think about her. Uniform bonus is great. It gives her some increased attack power when she goes up against superheroes, and this actually applies to the entire team. And if you use Hela as lead, which you should because she has one of the best leaderships in the game, this effectively makes it so that every time Hela is in battle against superheroes, she has a 60% increase to her damage because her leadership gives her 45% to energy attack, and this right here, an additional 15 that will be applied to your team. So when it's stuff like Shadowland, she's gonna do a ton of damage to those superheroes, and when it comes to stuff like Conquest in PvP, she's gonna do well as well. So definitely a really good uniform bonus. She gets 4 skill changes, as you guys can see right here, and the ones that I'm most fond of is the 4 skill because this thing always used to get me killed. It was a good skill for damage but a bad skill to use, which means you couldn't really use it. So what was the point of the skill? It just left you in such a vulnerable position that you would take so much damage that she would just die on you. But as you guys can see right here, they went ahead and fixed that, and they gave us 3 seconds of invincibility. It's not an iframe, so it's not 100% safe. Well, not even iframes are 100% safe anymore because we got characters like Cyclops. But since it's invincibility, there is the opportunity for you to get pierced and still get damaged, but invincibility is a good place to start, so I can't knock it. Great change right here. It actually becomes a longer skill and it has more AoE and more CC added to it. The invincibility makes it so that you can actually use the skill safely and get the damage for it. Great skill, absolutely love it, and love the fact that I can now actually use her. So definitely gonna pick it up once I get around to it. Now, another change to Hela that I really like based on this uniform is to the Death Touch. Another skill that always used to get me killed. However, now this skill actually has an amazing stun lock effect added to it where she would just go in front of the enemy, face palm the shit out of them, and it kind of just pulls all of the enemies together and they just keep getting pulled backwards. It's a great stun lock effect, and I have not seen anything like it in the game before that I can remember. So great freaking skill effect. I love it, and I am going to have so much fun using this uniform. She also gets an additional iframe added to her 1 skill, so I am really happy about that. The one thing that Hela was missing as a character was survivability. She had the damage. It wasn't top tier damage by any means, but she had good enough damage to complete the game's content. It was just a matter of keeping her alive, and with this uniform, I believe that Hela is now in a place where she can actually be used as a playable character, and there is a debate for her being a good both supervillain and character as well. Now, another uniform, let me go ahead and just pull up all the uniforms that are on sale right here. Another uniform that is actually really freaking good in this update is Hulk. My man Hulk, guys. really loving how Hulk looks. This guy just looks like a champ. Now, a lot of people are calling him the Black Dwarf clone because of how he attacks. He kind of does feel like you're playing a Black Dwarf. I don't have my Black Dwarf built up yet, so maybe if I like playing with Hulk enough, I will definitely go ahead and build up my Black Dwarf, because Hulk is yet another uniform that I plan to pick up. It actually makes him a significantly better character than he ever was, and very close to what he should always have been in this game. He feels like a Hulk. It's just so amazing to watch him work, guys. He gets 5 skill changes, which is definitely what the man needed. Every single one of his skills needed to go because they were all freaking bad. Uniform bonus gives him a healing effect, which I touched on in my patch notes video. But as you guys can see right here, he recovers 2% of his max HP for 5 seconds when his HP goes below 80%. And it's on a 7-second cooldown, so this is very, very good. I've seen people saying this is bad. I don't know how you could possibly think this is bad. This is great. And it actually gets a little bit better. Not as good as I was hoping when he gets to tier 2. I was kind of hoping that it would go up to 5% and maybe the HP should be like 90%, because that would be a very menacing Hulk. Sadly, it only goes up by an additional percent, so 3% once you get him to tier 2, and the all attack goes up to, I believe, 15%. Still a very, very, very powerful passive, and I cannot wait to use the Hulk finally after 2 years of this guy being in the game and me wanting to play with him. I am so freaking excited to get started on using him for some stuff like World Boss and some Shadowland stuff. So look out for that, guys. As soon as I pick this uniform up, we will be having a whole lot of smashing. We're gonna have a smash party, guys. It's not Smash Bros. Well, maybe it will be Smash Bros, but it's gonna be a whole lot of fun, I can tell you that. 5 skill right here actually gets damage immunity. Yeah, Hulk, damage immunity. It's about freaking time. 5 seconds of damage immunity. However, this skill right here, the immunity lasts for about as long as the skill based on my testing, and I have decent attack speed. So if you have a really bad or almost no attack speed, actually you shouldn't have no attack speed because the World Boss bonuses are always active. You should have at least 10%. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for you to complete the animation while still being in the immunity. If that is the case, let me know in the comments. But whenever I use the Hulk, I find that this immunity lasts for about as long as the skill, so you can't really use the skill and then take advantage of the immunity to use another skill. So keep that in mind, but he can penetrate super armor and barriers while he's using this skill, so that is great. Very, very good skill. It does a ton of hits. It has decent AoE and some CC as well. He has 3 partial iframes in his kit. Yeah, Hulk, iframe and damage immunity. Believe it, guys, it's happening. This is real life. I was freaking shocked, okay? The 1, 2, and 3 skills are all partial iframes, so when he's outside of the damage immunity, which, like I said, only lasts for as long as the skill, you can go ahead and take advantage of those iframes, and if you're not in those partial iframes, you will be healing. So definitely gonna be a heavy hitter for sure, guys. Definitely looking forward to playing with the Hulk, man. It's about damn time. The 4 skill in Hulk's kit also has decent AoE and some CC as well. So Hulk, it's gonna be a smashing party, bro. I cannot freaking wait. Next on the list is Loki. I'm gonna finally have to say goodbye to this sweet little thing right here. Loki, guys. Loki, the character that got me to where I am today. Forever grateful. Loki is a character that got me through some of the most difficult content in this game. It is sad that I'm gonna have to replace this uniform, but hello, male Loki, guys. Freaking awesome freaking uniform bonus. It actually increases his 4-star passive from being 5% to 15% energy attack. That is great. That's actually great. I was hoping Thor would get the same treatment, but sadly no. But whatever, it's cool. I'm still really happy. for Thor. We'll touch on Thor in a second. He also gets a freaking amazing 5 skill right here, guys. The 5 skill is about the same for the most part, but the clones will now follow you and attack whoever you're attacking. And on top of that, they attack faster than ever before. Before, when I was using female Loki, if I left the clones up for their full duration, they would attack about 6 times. With this Loki right here, this uniform, based on my testing, he actually attacks 8 times. So significantly faster than before, and because of the uniform bonus and the fact that Loki always had good damage, he's dealing some crazy amount of damage now, guys. I've seen the scores. It's actually crazy how good this uniform has made Loki. The new 3 skill actually now deals a little bit of damage, so whenever he jumps back to summon his shield, he actually throws out these 2 knives that he has in his hands to attack, so that's great. He actually has a faster 1 skill now, and his 2 skill is also faster as well. The 4 skill is what I actually really like. This thing actually just looks like this guy is using a Kamehameha wave, okay? Maybe I've watched way too much Dragon Ball Z, but this just looks like this man's using a Kamehameha wave. It actually has great AoE, so I'm very, very happy with this. And to be honest, it's worth the 1,050 crystals. Buy it only on sale, guys. Buy it only ever buy on sale. Only ever buy on sale. Next uniform right here that I want to talk about is Thor, because this uniform right here finally makes Thor a playable character. It comes at the price of 1,000 crystals, 1,050 on sale. Always buy on sale, guys, never when it's not on sale. Just wanted to put that out there. But it actually makes Thor amazing. I've seen some really amazing things, so I cannot wait to be doing some of them myself. The uniform bonus itself is not different from the unworthy. I'm really annoyed by that. That's kind of lazy, Netmarble. Come on. Anyways, however, there is a change right here that was not noticed by me or pretty much anyone yesterday in the patch notes, and that is Thor's 4-star passive actually got changed, guys. He's not getting 15% like Loki, but hey, it's better than what he had before, so I can live with that. 5%? I can live with that. He got 6 new changes, but the most notable for me is the fact that Thor now has 5 seconds of damage immunity on his 5 skill, similar to Hulk. That is great, significantly better than the crappy guard that he had before, because this is gonna make Thor a playable character. This alone would have made this uniform worth buying if it was 750. If it was 750, I need to put that there, because the only thing that Thor ever lacked in this game was survivability. Ever since I started the game, Thor had amazing damage. He just could not stand taking a hit. He just melted like a paper plate, okay? So, with this change right here, Thor is looking real nice. On top of that, he got 3 iframes. He got 2 partial iframes, so 1 on the 2 and 1 on the 1. And the 4 skill is a long iframe, full iframe on Battle Rage. So really, really like that. And the 3 skill actually has really amazing crowd control. The 5 skill always had good crowd control, but now that we have another crowd control skill and some iframes, Thor is going to be a monster, guys. He's going to be a monster. Now that I've spoken on all of the uniforms, I wanted to speak to the free-to-play players who don't have a lot of crystals to spend, and they're wondering which one of these uniforms they should buy. Before you buy, let me ask you this question. Do you have Dormammu built up? Do you have Thanos built up with his uniform? Do you have Crovis? If that is a no, then my opinion to you is to buy Loki's uniform, because Loki is definitely going to be able to clear Universal Supervillain Day for you. He's going to be great for clearing Super Giant, which is one of the hardest World Boss Ultimate stages for you to clear, and you're going to get that 300 Bio Selector. So, if you don't have Dormammu, Crovis, or Thanos already built up, go ahead and pick up Loki. Loki is the strongest in terms of DPS out of every single one of these characters, because Loki was already an amazing character. He had a higher base than where the others stood. They all started kind of from the bottom, whereas Loki was already a top tier character, so there was only one place for him to go, and that's even further up. So if you don't have any of those super villains that I mentioned, pick up Loki. and he's definitely not going to be a disappointment to you. You can still pick him up if you have the crystals to spare, but I'm speaking to the people who only have crystals to buy one uniform. Now, if you already have those characters that I mentioned, so Dormammu, Clovis, or Thanos, and you don't have Odin, then you're better off getting his son, because Thor is most definitely now going to be a character you see a lot of people use for Universal Superhero Day. So if you don't have Daddy Odin, or if you don't have Robbie or Hellstorm, go ahead and pick up Thor, because I now foresee him being one of the top characters for Universal Superhero Day. Now, as for the best overall uniform in this update, in terms of how much it did for the character, my honest to God opinion is that it's either between Thor or Hulk, because both of these characters are literally starting from a place where they are completely unusable characters for the most part. For the large majority of the player base, Hulk and Thor is completely unusable. Hela I can squeeze by and I can use her for Shadowland stuff, and I can kind of get myself a winning world boss without a uniform, but for Thor and Hulk it is damn near impossible. So if you already can clear stuff with Hela, if you can already clear stuff with Loki, and you're looking for the best overall bang for your buck, pick up Hulk or Thor. That is my opinion. That is my opinion. Okay? So that's all I have to share for this one, guys. Like always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hail the Thunder. Actually, boys, we're not done yet. We are not done yet. We had a contest going on, and I asked you guys to choose the uniform that I buy from this update. 2 uniforms at that. However, I may be cheating right here, but we're gonna do it in this video. I was supposed to wait until tomorrow to tally the votes, but here it is, guys. Here it is. Here it is. You ready? We getting Thor right now. All right. And we getting Loki right now. Your boy's gonna be going broke, but you know what? Forget it, man. We need these uniforms. I need it. I need it. I need me some Hela, and I need me some Bruce. Yeah, you just saw it, guys. I just blew through my crystals. I just bought all the uniforms in this update, because this update is the first update I have ever seen that every single uniform that was released is a good uniform. I've never seen an update like this in the history of freaking Marvel Future Fight. And that right there that I just did is something I have never done before and probably will never do again. But never say never, boys, because Netmarble is full of surprises. And that's all for this one, guys. Like always, thanks for watching. Can't wait to show you guys some gameplay, and I will see you guys next time. For real this time. I'm gone.